Byrd. See you on YouTube. Cool, cool, cool. All right, guys. Well, look, appreciate you guys. I'm not doing calls right now, but look, if you check me out, I'm on YouTube right now. We're live. I'm going to be on with a salon owner. Her name is Zia Byrd, and we're going to be talking beauty. So she's going to be sharing some tips. Yeah, Facebook as well. So join me there. I'm gonna go wash my face real quick, just because I feel like it's a little dry. Okay, talk to you soon. All right, what's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. My name is Joe Atang. I am the CEO of Innovative Looks Hair Salon in Houston, Texas. Today is the second episode of what I'm currently rebranding as the Beauty Talk. This was previously called the Beauty Authority, but after doing a lot of research on Google and seeing that a lot of people had that name, I went ahead and quickly switched it up to the Beauty Talk. What's going on right now, just for everybody who's tuning in, I just want to apologize because I know we're supposed to start at 3:30 on the dot. I have not been able to, I confirmed the appointment, but I've not been able to get a hold of Zaya. I hope I'm saying her name right. We are just connecting for the first time on the show. And so hoping that she is okay, first and foremost. But number two, I hope that she contacts me soon. So what I thought would be cool, the reason I hopped on without, getting a word from her is that I think I could still bring you all some value in the sense of if you have any questions related to beauty, right? You have hair questions, you have makeup questions, skincare questions, you name it. The best thing you can do at this point is just take a second and leave those questions in the comment section. And what I'll do is I will start to populate those questions and start to find out who's the best person to be able to educate you guys on those subjects. So if you're at home and you're trying to innovate your look, innovate your beauty, please do me a favor. And before you hop off, leave a comment with a question on what questions you have. So my mom and my parents are the owners of this hair salon in Houston, Texas. And they started the company back in 2009. And I joined forces with them in 2010 after I graduated college. And so I've been on a mission to figure out how I would love to, just grow our brand. And one of the ways that I know how to do that is to try to bring as much value as I can to the audience. And so I'm really happy. I'm really, really happy about the show. Whether it goes down today or not, I'm excited because I know that there's through the guests that we've served over the years, one of the things that they always are saying is that, I hope, I thought that was her. I wish we could take our service providers home with us. I wish we could take you guys home with us so you can help us with our hair in the morning. And so I figured, while this COVID-19, we've been quarantined at home, what a perfect way for us to get started and bring you guys in with us and show you the tips and tricks of how to innovate your look. So my goal is to try to, communicate and build a team of, salon professionals from all over the world and bring you guys the best of the best. So hope you guys are doing super well out there. Thank you for the TikTok crew who came and joined me. Misty, Lori, Wu-Tang Forever, who I just met in my live a couple minutes ago. Thank you guys so much. And anybody else who's out there viewing right now. What we're doing is we're just waiting for Zaya, who's supposed to be our featured artist today, to contact me and let me know if she's going to make it or not. And in case she doesn't, that way I'm not wasting anyone's time. What you guys can do, it'll be a big, big help for me, is leave a question, something that you're just, whether it's like, hey, how do I maintain my hair at home? Or how do I prepare my makeup for a Zoom meeting, right? Just anything, like literally anything related to beauty. Drop a question before you hop off, and it will mean the world to me because then I can start to figure out what kind of content to bring you guys. So Lori asks, what's the best method for at-home hair coloring and highlights to cover really gray hair, Madison Reed's or others? Great question. So the other thing too, let me go ahead and drop this banner on you guys. We started something called Salon Love, where we are going to start, I don't know if we talked about once a week or once a month, we are going to start just literally sharing some salon love. So a question like yours, Lori, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get with my team, and then we're going to figure out what's the best way to answer your question outside of this show. And so if you guys want to be a part of our text community and just get some love, not really promotional content, just like literally, videos, how-to videos, or any knowledge or tips to your question, please, above on this banner right here, text Salon Love to 474747, and we will, it still says Beauty Authority, I just realized, but I'm going to change that to Beauty Talk. We will get together and answer your questions. So thank you guys so much for being on the show. I know a lot of it is it's my gang from TikTok. Couldn't be any more happy. Faith says, what's the best way to decide what tools to buy for at home? For example, I'm cutting Andrew's hair now, but I don't have good tools. There's so many answers to that, right? But what's up, Molly? I see you. Hey, Molly, are you busy? Because it would be dope. Molly's actually a hair artist. I could bring her on too, and she could start to answer some of these questions. But if you guys are just joining on, I know Molly, you're just tuning in. We have a little bit of a delay or maybe a no-show as a guest, and she's active right now. So hopefully she gets my message. I'm sending her another message to see if she's going to come on. But Zaya is her name, and she was supposed to be talking about how to grow your hair if you're looking to grow your hair out, and some styling tips for at home. So I'm just waiting for that, and I'm just interacting with the gang right here who is part of the show. I can answer. Cool. Hey, Molly, do you want to, are you in a place where you can talk? I'll just bring you on right now. We'll start knocking out some questions. I don't mind. And then I can get all your info so I can feature you on the screen. Alana, hey, what's going on? So just let me know, Molly, if you can text me, and I'll send you the link to the show, and I'll bring you on, and we can start to answer some of the folks' questions. So keep dropping your questions. Thank you, Faith. Thank you, Lori, for your questions. Men are welcome too. Men are totally welcome to drop a question as well. And give me like 2 minutes. Cool. All right, cool. So Molly's going to come on, and we're going to start to answer some of these questions. And then, like I said, if you join our text community, I will get my team, and we'll start to answer your questions, feature your questions, and get you some value while you're at home via text. So hope you guys are doing super well. It's really cloudy and rainy over here. So there's nothing better I can be doing but, socializing on the internet. I'm real bummed out, man. I don't know. That's the thing about these about technology and like trying to start stuff like this. It's like in the beginning it's a little rough, but you guys are lucky. You guys have a resilient host here. I am resilient, and I will make this happen. Might take me a couple of tries. We actually had a very successful first episode. Her name is Lita. If you go to innovativelooks.com, not innovativelooks.com, you go to Facebook/innovativelooks hair salon and scroll through the content, you will see Lita's first episode, and she was teaching people how to maintain their bangs and teaching some styling tips at home. So that was episode number 1. And this was supposed to be episode number 2, but that looks like it's going to be to be continued. So for now, I just want to bring anybody who came on here some value. Guys, if you guys are following me from TikTok, I honestly don't mind you asking me any questions related to like my content or what the purpose of this is. I was explaining to everybody who was on earlier, if you're watching this in the post, that the whole objective of this show is to bring value to men and women who are at home, who want to innovate their look and innovate their beauty. So, yeah. All right, let's see if Molly has texted me. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna play some tunes and I'll be right back. Don't leave until you share a question. But if you wanna leave, or if you shared your question, make sure you stay because Molly's gonna help me answer it. All right, I'll be right back. Be right back. Oh man. All right, I'm back. Cool. I just wanted to send Molly the text, so she should be hopping on here pretty soon. Going back here to you guys' engagement. Thank you so much, guys. You guys don't understand. This means the world to me. TikTok crew, I owe you guys the world, and trust me, I will get you guys back. Anyway, I have a question. This is Lori. Okay, we have Molly on. Yes, let's go. Molly.
Hello. Sorry, I was not expecting this, so I was like, it's my chill day off, so I just got out the shower.
I know, cool. Look. It means the world to me that you even stepped up and came on the show, because I would have felt really bad that, this was a 15-minute show and I was trying to get people to ask some questions. So anyway.
Yeah, I'll answer.
All right, that's awesome. Well, let me give you some love real quick. Let people know kind of who you are and what you do. That way they know that you're not just a random person who I found on TikTok that's asking these questions.
My name is Molly Bang, but I go by Molly Ray. I'm a hairstylist. I've been a hairstylist since 2014. In Nebraska is where I live. I currently work for like a big company that owns a bunch of chain salons, but hopefully we'll branch out there before too long from maybe doing my own thing.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love your glasses, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I was like, oh crap. I was like, I don't have time to do my hair and makeup. Let's just go. Let's just go. We ain't got the time.
Yo, have you guys started? I know we had the conversation last night, but I don't remember. Have you guys started working? You guys open or not yet?
Yes. So
Oh, yeah.
like we're only doing haircuts right now because everybody and their dog hasn't had a haircut in like 2 months. So
Yeah.
I mean, we opened Monday and I was slammed like back to back all day long. And then Tuesday was weird. Like we were busy and then we like slowed down towards the end of the day. And then yesterday when I worked, I think I did 7 haircuts in my whole shift, which was weird, but it's probably because they had another like 150 confirmed cases here.
Yeah.
So people are like, I'm not going anywhere.
Right. That's crazy. Well, Molly, look, big hug to you. Thank you so much for stepping up.
Yes.
We have some people in the audience who've been asking questions. So obviously, I don't know if you're going to be able to answer all of them, but
Okay.
I was at least going to, feature them. And then what is cool is that I was explaining to the crew that Salon Love is something that an idea we had that we wanted to literally be able to answer people's questions on the go.
Right.
So if you have any kind of beauty questions on these shows, Salon Love was supposed to be your outlet for us to kind of just show you love throughout the week or throughout the month. So
right.
That in mind, everybody who's watching. So let's go up to the top. So Lori had a question. Lori Robbins says, "What's the best method for at-home hair coloring and highlights to cover really gray hair?" Madison Reeds or others? I didn't get the second part of your question, Lori, but the first part makes sense.
I wouldn't do at-home highlights, period. It's just when you add bleach and developer, like no matter where you go, because if you're not a licensed professional, like your only option is like Sally's or like somewhere else that's not going to give you, and you're going to end up frying your hair off. So I wouldn't recommend doing at-home bleach. But if like worst comes to worst and you're quarantined for a while and none of your salons are opened, your best bet is to order. I would order, and I'll probably get in trouble or shot down for saying this, but
let me say something before you say that. Because I already know what you might say.
Yeah.
But I think one of the things that I would say as well, and I think you're going to say it, but I want to get in trouble, not you. Is there's some colors that they're selling, professional grade colors that are temporary, and I'm not sure what the brands are. I don't want to be too brand heavy, like so you guys think I'm like trying to promote and sell our products, because that's not the case. But there's some brands that sell professional grade color for covering roots, and
you also like even like a spray. You can get a spray that if like your roots are bothering you, your gray roots, just like if worst comes to worst, just spray the gray with one of those sprays and not actually put any hair color on your hair. That way you're not doing anything that your stylist will have to go back and fix, or so that is what I recommended to my clients before we closed down was, hey, if your roots start showing, maybe get some spray. Don't try it at home, because one thing, box dye is not created equal to professional hair color, and it's a lot harder to get out. So I would go with the spray, and there is some companies out there that do like professional grade hair color, but there's some videos I've seen online of people trying to do their hair and color their hair, and it gets all over the place. Like I color my own hair with a bowl and brush, but it's because I've done it for so long. But I would go with the spray. If the spray doesn't work for you, then seek out one of those companies that has like high grade professional that will get you till you can see your hairstylist again.
And what's cool about this show too, I appreciate that answer, Molly. What's cool about this show is like over time. So Molly is awesome because like this is me impromptu. I pulled her out and I was like, hey, I know you're a service provider. Can you answer some of these questions? But in the future, these are going to be planned like talks, right? So we could take your question, Lori, and say, okay, you know what? If people are at home and, there's no salons open around them, someone like Molly or anybody who I invite on here, we could plan a discussion where we can walk you through some of the things that you can be doing to maintain your hair at home. So don't feel like you're left out, Molly. Seek out some, not Molly, sorry, Lori. Definitely seek out people like Molly. Molly, I don't know if you're open to it, but if you want to
Yeah,
share
you
your,
guys can DM me if you have questions. I'm open to it.
yeah, for sure. Message her and ask more specific questions, and I'm pretty sure she'll walk you through that. So, thanks for the question, Lori. Let's see what the next question is. So, I want to take a stab at this, but I'm also curious to hear your answer.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, who's a good friend of mine, says, "What's the best way to decide what tools to buy for at home? For example, I'm cutting Andrew's hair now, but I don't have good tools."
Okay, so this is what I'll say, because this is what you start off as. Like, this is what they gave us in hair school. I don't use these now. I use Titans by Officer that have the detachable blades when I do clipper cuts. Get a pair of wall designers and all the guards, and that honestly will be the best you can do, plus a cutting comb. And the way I like to tell people to cut hair is, I'm not a barber, so I'm a licensed cosmetologist. So I don't put a line in to blend it out. So I will start with my highest guard and then go down and blend it that way. That way I don't have to blend out a line. So say you want to fade his hair, or he wants like a 3-2-1, like that's honestly just start with the 3, then go to the 2 where you want it, and then the 1. But a wall designer will be like your best friend right now.
Awesome. And so Faith, actually, it's a funny story. I don't know if you heard about this, Molly, but Faith is part of the Atang gang. She's always on my lives, and I was telling the story on how I jumped into her live while she was cutting Andrew, her husband's hair.
Uh-huh.
And, she ended up accidentally cutting her hair with the guard. It was hilarious.
Oh man.
But she actually did a decent job, you know.
Well, see, like I have like the whole side of my head shaved.
Yeah.
Like just because I cut it like 5 years ago and I didn't want to grow it out, so it just stayed.
Yeah. I remember your photos when you were doing that too. I
Yeah.
like the haircut on you, Molly.
Yeah. Well, hey, it fits my aesthetic. I'm a heavily tattooed. I wear all black when I'm doing hair, like in the salon, because I think it looks more professional.
Mm-hmm.
And people think I'm intimidating. I'm like, I'm not. I'm actually really nice. I just like look super intimidating.
Right. Can't judge the book by its cover.
Right.
All right, cool. So Faith, hopefully that was some good advice to get you with your question. And trust me, I'm recording these. Like I'm documenting.
And wear your hair up, Faith. Next time, wear your hair up in a ponytail.
For sure. Let's go through these. Hey Joe, the above question is for a friend. I don't really have gray hair. I didn't see the above question, Alana. Maybe it's down here. Where is their question? I don't see it. I keep looking. Okay, so Misty says, my hair is coarse and curly, but damaged by coloring. What should I include in my hair care routine?
Deep conditioner. A deep conditioner. That's the thing that I always recommend to anybody that has damaged hair. One, stop coloring your hair for a while. Like, don't pull it. A lot of people make the mistake of coloring their hair, and if they don't get it professionally done, then they can repeatedly do it from the roots to the end shaft. Don't stop doing that. Just if you need to cover your grays, just color the roots and stop, because all you're doing is layering that color over each other. And if you ever decide to take that color out, you're going to have a hard time, because you're just going to have bands and bands and bands of color in your hair. So I would say a deep conditioner. Anything that's, I like the Shea Moisture that they sell at Walmart, which you can get like right now because Walmart's open. They have a conditioner, a deep conditioner. I would throw that on your hair, on damp hair, leave it in for 20 minutes, rinse it out. You'll feel a huge difference in the way your hair feels.
Sweet. Thanks for the question, Misty. Love it.
And curly hair needs lots of moisture anyways.
For sure. I could tell you about that under here.
Yeah.
It's real coarse and curly. I think this is a skincare question. So I don't know if you are involved in that, but in case you can't, no worries. Acne is a semi part of my face, but I want to get rid of it. Any ideas or help?
So I can just tell you from my own experience, like I started breaking out right before I went back to work, just because of the stress and everything. I would use, because I sell Different Gel, which is, it used to be dermatologist prescription only. Now they sell it over the counter. It's the same grade it would be if you got it as a prescription. Get the different face wash and the different gel and use it twice a day. Wash your face, apply the different gel, and then of course always take your makeup off at the end of the day because you don't want to leave that sitting on your skin.
Perfect. We question Wu-Tang Forever. I don't know who. I think I just met Wu-Tang Forever literally when I hopped on live 5 minutes before the show started. So whoever you are, I appreciate you. It would be awesome if you can give me your name. Lori says, "Oh, I love that question from Misty. I've started doing Inca Glow, which helps a lot. Our hair sounds the same." Oh, okay. She was just agreeing that their hair is the same. Alana, maybe this is the question you had. How often would you say to cut your dead ends off? Get a trim, and I straighten my hair about 1 to 2 times a week.
Every 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah,
every 4 to 6 weeks, and that's going to promote hair growth as well. And people that want to grow their hair out, your hair, if you just leave, I think, and then people, if you go to a hairstylist, if you go to your hairstylist and say, hey, how much do I need to cut off to get my hair to a healthy point? It might not be an answer you want, but to stay consistent and keep your hair growing, 4 to 6 weeks is how often you should cut your hair.
Yeah, that's pretty standard what we do in our company as well. We say 4 to 6 weeks. So I think that was the bulk of the questions. Let me see. Anybody else have a question? Oh, right here. How often do you recommend washing your hair?
Okay, so I am not a good example because I wash my hair twice a day, but that's because my hair is super thick and it's super heavy, and I use like product in the morning, and if anything I use in the morning, if I wake up the next day, it's really oily and my hair is, I can't use dry shampoo. It makes my hair look gross. But if you don't have that problem, I recommend every other day or sometimes every 2 days. I mean, I even have some hairstylist friends that use dry shampoo for 4 days, which I would not recommend. That's not, you're going to have to clarify the crap out of your hair if you use dry shampoo 4 days in a row.
Awesome. Yeah, I was going to say something that I can't remember because I'm ADD with these comments. Everybody's appreciating it, by the way. They're saying Wu-Tang Forever said thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Alana says thank you. And Michelle says I need to trim bad.
Hey, if you lived in Nebraska, I would cut your hair, but you probably don't.
Raging Fire Fitness, aka David, says the food you eat matters. Do you have any recommendations on any kind of foods that people should eat in order to maintain healthy hair?
Honestly, okay, so the healthier you eat, the healthier your body in general is going to be. Your skin's going to look, your hair is going to look. So, I mean, if you eat a lot of fast food, your hair might not look the greatest, your skin might not look the greatest. So, I mean, I just started like 3 weeks ago, mostly plant-based, veggie-based diet. And I've seen like a drastic change in my hair and my skin, but it's all about what fits into your routine in life. You know, not everybody can be like, oh, I can eat all plant-based, no gluten, you know, but the healthier you eat, the better your hair and skin is going to look.
Love that. Faith says you're both the best. I appreciate that, Faith.
Oh, thank you so much, Faith.
Even though Molly's like taking over the show and she's rocking it. Faith says I only cut my hair once a year. Now I'm thinking that's a little slack. Oops.
Yeah. Okay, Faith, I will tell you this. Once a year, you're going to have more dead ends to cut off, and you're going to hate your hairstylist when she's like, oh, we need to cut off 8 inches. And you're going to be like, oh, crap. So I even if you start off by going slow, say like taking 3 inches off the first time, but consistently going every 4 to 6 weeks, then eventually you'll get all the dead ends off. But definitely you need to cut your hair more than once a year, hon.
Awesome. Michelle says my hair is very fine. What's something to use in it to look fuller? Okay,
so there's a couple products that I would recommend. So, Paul
And
Mitchell.
look, Molly. Sorry,
Oh,
I keep cutting you off.
yeah.
You can talk about like the brands that you believe in, as long as they're
Okay.
professional. Like I don't, I didn't want to give too many rules, but the one thing I didn't want to do, from a standpoint of like my brand, is like have people feel like I'm trying to push to them our products, because we're a Redken
Oh, right.
on, but because I'm bringing on different artists from all over the world, I know you guys are going to use different professional products. So I just wanted to let you know, like, feel comfortable like sharing whatever you use and recommend your salon.
Okay.
But what I would ask is like make sure you add to it like what it does. Like, so you recommended moisture. I love that, because
Yeah.
if someone can't access like Paul Mitchell or like Redken or whatever, they'll know moisture. Like, I need
Yeah.
moisture, lighter moisture.
Yeah.
So take it over.
Okay, so there's a couple products. One, you need a good, so a lot of my clients like Nioxin if their hair's thinning. That's like shampoo, conditioner, or Full Density by Biolage, and that's has like zinc and other things in it that make it help it feel fuller, like when you blow dry it. There's also things you can put into your hair to make it feel fuller, like when you blow dry, like Thicken Up by Paul Mitchell. It's a serum that you just pump in and run it through your hair when it's damp and blow dry it in. But make sure you're using a brush when you blow dry, because it really gets it in there. Um, and that's really like what I use on my, especially my older clients. And like my sister has really thin hair and I use it on her, and her hair looks super full after I do it. But the one thing I do want to stress is, even though I'm naming these brands, please do not go to like Walmart and buy these professional products off the shelf at Walmart, because they're not professional. They are watered down. They're not it's not going to be the same consistency as it would if you bought it in a salon.
Yeah.
So I do want to stress that.
Yeah, for sure. We can't guarantee, we as Molly and like literally everybody in the salon industry can't guarantee that the products that you find, are have the quality that we can guarantee that comes from the salon. So that's actually a really good point. Plus, I feel like people mark those products up anyways a little higher than we would
They do.
charge for in the salon.
It's ridiculous. I think I was at CVS one time and I saw like a small puck of American Crew for like $24. I'm like, no, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, right. So thank you for the question. I think that was Michelle who asked that. Faye says, I don't dry it and I have never colored, so I've been lucky and therefore gotten lazy. Haha.
Hey, that good for you. I found one gray hair the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting old.
Well,
I'm like, I wouldn't know. And it's because I color my hair, like I color my hair a lot because I'm a hairstylist and I don't like to see any regrowth. But it was like on my shave side, which I can't over here. And I was like, oh, nope, let's shave that back off because we don't need to see that.
So the real reason comes out why you shaved.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, 30 hit, and now here comes the gray hair. I got you.
Yeah. No, you're just getting wiser, but that's funny. That's hilarious. Yeah, so that's all the questions so far. Let me check to see if I have anybody who's messaged me real quick. Just for kicks and giggles. Molly, you're so awesome. I want to learn a little bit more about you, if you don't mind. I know I'm taking up some of your time, but what?
Oh, you're fine. It's my day off.
What has been the biggest question you've received so far during this quarantine period from your clients, your guests?
If I will come to their house and cut their hair. No, I won't. I think there's only one person I cut hair for, and that was I have 3 siblings. My sister lives in Colorado. I colored her hair for her when she came down here. But that was after we were already open. That was this week. But during quarantine, I only cut my brother's hair because he is super picky. And when his hair gets to a certain length, it was either cut it or he was going to buzz it himself.
Right.
Mind you, I showed up at his house and he had already cut his son's hair. And I was like, nope, I'm not fixing that. You got to live with that one.
So I forgot to touch on that because you just reminded me of something that we were talking about earlier. One thing I'll stress, and for those of you guys that don't know me that well, I'm not a licensed professional, but I've been in the industry for as long as I've been alive. My mom's been doing hair for about 30 years now, so I'm very, very familiar with like a lot of the conversations. But one thing that I want to make sure I just share out there that I know of and probably Molly would back me up on this, is that, you know, the more you try to do at home on your own without guidance, is the more that's going to cost you when you do end up going in the salon if you're not doing it properly. So that's why I'm trying to bring out shows like this and bring on experts like Molly to give you the proper guidance on what to do with your hair, because you do not want to, obviously cutting and all that, like your hair is going to grow back, but still you don't want to take the risk of damaging your hair to an extent where it's going to cost you double, if not triple the price to fix it.
And color corrections in a salon start off at like $100 an hour. They're not cheap. So like, what might be cheap now just to fix for your hair might cost you in the end when this is all over.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I wanted to make sure I stress on that point, because I know there's a lot of people out there who, you know, I respect that. Look, like honestly, I'm trying to do something with my hair, and luckily, you know, Courtney is licensed and she knows what she's doing, but still, like, I know how frustrating it would be to be out of a salon and not be able to get your hair done. So I know people are looking for options and things to do. I would just say, look, lean on people who have, like, if you can't reach your hair, you know, stylist or your service provider, find people like Molly or myself, or you know, content like this that's going to help you navigate on what to do. That way you're not messing stuff up.
And trust me, we've all been quarantined. I mean, I was out of work for 2 months. None of us care what you look like. Trust me. Like, even if you like, we don't care. We all looked a hot mess when we came out. So don't worry about what anybody thinks of you, because you're beautiful on the inside and out. Your hair color doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So don't be stressed on it, because we're all going to open up back eventually. This is not permanent for anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of like the whole, I had this conversation like a couple of days ago. It was like the high school theory, where in high school, which this is a real story for me, but we all had pimples in high school, you know? Someone says it was acne. I had a lot of, like, I don't know if it was acne, but I had a lot of pimples around my nose. My nose was big enough, so it was embarrassing. So I would go to school trying to cover up, trying to do whatever I could to, like, not have people look at my pimples. But what I realized towards the end of as I got older was that, as I was going to school trying to protect my face so people wouldn't see, everybody else was trying to protect their face as well, right? So we're all in the same game. Everybody's been quarantined, and no one's judging anyone more than their body.
I mean, I will say this. Have you not seen the celebrities I have posted, like, on TikTok? Like, P. Diddy is gray as gray can be in his beard. Kevin Hart's gray. Like, they're just, I mean, nobody looks 100% like that all the time. Right. As you can see right now, I'm not at work, so my hair didn't get done. My makeup didn't get done, because sometimes you just got to chill. You don't always need to be done up. It's okay.
For sure. Awesome. Well, yeah, Molly, you're a big help. I can't thank you enough. What I want to do is I want to put your banner down here, so that people know where to find you. That's not your banner, that's Beard Loss. Follow Molly. Molly, give me your handle.
My TikTok or what?
Yeah, whatever you want people to hit you up on.
You can hit me up on Facebook, which is Molly Ray, where it says, like, my name next to Joe's. Or my TikTok's the same. It's just at Molly Ray, and it's RHAY.
And at Molly. Okay. Perfect. Boom. So there she is. If I spelled anything wrong, let me know. But,
no, it's good. Perfect.
If you guys want to reach out to her and get some advice or see what she's up to, she's an awesome soul. Like, we didn't even connect off of, like, literally beauty or salon talk. We just connected from just being, you know, like
one virtual hug on TikTok, man.
Yeah, and now we're cool. So relationships, guys, like, if you guys are following me on my personal accounts, all I talk about is relationships, and how, you know, when you get stuck in a bind like I did today on this show without having my guest, I can reach out to a good friend of mine, Molly, and she can hop on.
It was crazy, because I was like, because you are 3, so you're in Eastern time, I'm in Central time. And I was like, oh crap, Joe's on that beauty talk. Let me hop on there and see what's going on. And that's when you're like, well, nobody showed up. I'm like, I got you.
I appreciate it.
Worked out.
Well, yeah. So for everybody who's tuning in, if you have an artist that is really talented and doing amazing things online, like creating or like communicating, doing their thing, or is just an awesome person, send them my way. so that I can get them on the show and we can get into some more planned conversations. Today, I think we should do this at least once a week, have like an impromptu Q&A, at least, get some of your questions answered. But because my whole theory of it was going to be like planned and like, this is the topic and this is what we're going to talk about. But I really like
sometimes life doesn't work out, you just
gotta,
you went with the flow and it all worked out in the end.
Right, for sure. So I appreciate you so much. Everybody who hopped on, thank you. If you guys want to submit your questions or you guys want to receive some salon love from myself and my team, literally text salon love to 474747. We're not gonna do any promotional content unless we're promoting this show or promoting like giveaways from this show. But it's literally supposed to be a place where people can get some salon love, some advice, some tips and tricks. And, I'm even thinking about going to the extent of like, Molly, if you had an answer or you want to provide like a little micro video, 30-second video just to say what's up, like you'd be some content we could send out. I don't know. I'm still creating, but yeah.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
Because as a hairstylist, I always see people like who say like they do braids or micro braids and they're not Black, they're white or Latino or this or that. And everyone's like, that's cultural appropriation. And I'm like, it's just hair. Like, let people wear their hair how they want to wear it. Like, it's not that it doesn't belong to anybody. Like, how do you feel about that? Because I feel like it's just hair and that's just a hairstyle and it might look good on you and it might not. But
it's a good question. So I want to make sure I understand your question. So you're saying like hairstyles or hair trends that people are trying to say it's exclusive to a certain race. Yes. You probably already know what my answer is. I think it's just hair. And I think if people,
Thank you. I wish more people would understand that it's just hair.
Yeah. And I don't think anybody has the and this is one humble man's opinion, I don't think anybody has the right to try to judge somebody for what they want to do with their hair. Like if they're inspired by a look, I think they should go for it. And if they feel good about it, they should. And there's a lot of people who have public brands and public names who rock out some like really like some dreads. When like when I think of dreads, I think about like coarse curly hair, like usually like some tight dreads. But there's some people who find hair who find a way to make dreads work, and they love it. I'm happy for them. Like literally, I think it's how you rock it. If you can rock it,
and it's like your confidence behind it. It's always like I just always see like celebrities that braid their hair like, and people always go in on them. I'm like, it's just hair. Why are you so concerned about it? Like that certain style doesn't belong to that person. Like we were all taught the same stuff in hair school. We weren't taught like, oh, this can only be put on this certain culture,
Yeah, absolutely. Good question. You have any other questions?
No, that was it. I'm gonna tune in tonight to your live on TikTok.
Well, you're putting the pressure on me to go live tonight because I don't know live. Actually, I love going live at night. I just don't do it consistently like I do in the mornings.
You need to do the live at night more consistently because like I am not up when you go live in the morning. I am not awake. Like this morning, my child woke me up like at 7. I'm like, why are you awake? So it's like go live at night works better for me because then my daughter's asleep and I can actually interact with people.
Right. No, I definitely have been considering it because I've been having a blast with people going live, with me going live with people at nighttime. So now that you put the pressure on me, I'm definitely going to consider that.
Okay, the pressure's on, man.
I know. I appreciate it. Well, thank you so much for your time, Molly.
You're very welcome.
You're ready to sign off here, and yeah, feel free to hit me up anytime you need anything. I owe you a big favor.
For sure, I got you. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. So that is a micro preview of like what this show is going to be about. This is episode number 2, and if you know anything about starting off shows, like the first 100 to 200 episodes are literally like a process, right? Trying to figure things out. But Faith, your comment made me laugh. My son just walked in. Computer said, "I love you, Joe." He thought, "Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you." Ashley, who just left a comment. down here, Ashley actually works in our salon. So a lot of the gang over here that is wondering like what my mom's salon's about. Ashley is the boss lady in the salon. She runs it. She's like the director of operations, director of first impressions. So please show her some love. She will be on the show once we start to kick it off more consistently. But I know that a lot of you guys support me on here, and I want you guys to show especially my people, right? Like she's my people. Show her some love. Anyway, that is episode number 2. We'll call it episode number 1.5, only because Zaya didn't get to show up. But as soon as I get a hold of her, hopefully I can bring her on. And how you better than my daughter saying you look like Kevin Hart. By the way, Faith, tell your son I love your son back. Haha, better than my daughter saying you look like Kevin Hart. I've been getting a lot of that lately. Anyway, guys, I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in. I will continue to send out notifications and continue to invite you to come on the show every time we have it. I'm just trying to figure out the schedule and get a list going. But I think the next time we pop on, I'm inspired to try to get Ashley to come on the show. She has a lot of wisdom and knowledge to bring to the table. I'm ready for the spotlight. Cool. We have some people on. If you want to hop on right now and get introduced, I would love to bring you on, but that's up to you. Every time I'm closing off, I feel like something happens and I got to stay on. We'll bring you on, Ashley. We'll bring you on. I don't want to put the pressure on you. We'll bring you on. Let's plan for an episode soon. You and I, Ashley. Just let's text back and forth or get on the phone call. All right, guys. I'm gonna sign off, but until another day.